The internet didn't just react, it exploded. One rumor dropped, one leak surfaced, and within minutes, every corner of social media was on fire. Fans were refreshing timelines non-stop. Group chats were flooding with voice notes, and YouTubers were scrambling to go live. Something was happening with Lil Durk. Something big, something serious, something nobody was prepared for. It started with a cryptic post, short, unsettling, and instantly viral. People tried to decode it, analyze it, flip it, reverse it, anything to understand what Durk was hinting at. Then came the whispers, alleged drama behind the scenes. Unknown individuals reaching out to blogs. Insiders claiming Durk was facing a situation more intense than anything he'd been through before. Within hours, hashtags were trending worldwide, with fans panicking and asking the same terrifying question: is this the end for Durk? Blog pages started dropping exclusive updates, most of them unconfirmed, but all of them dramatic enough to fuel the fire. Screenshots, audio clips, grainy photos. It didn't matter if they were real or fake. The internet wanted answers. It wanted explanations. It wanted to know what pushed Durk into this moment that felt like the beginning of something dark. Meanwhile, Durk himself went silent. No posts, no stories, no lives. And that silence made everything worse. Fans were convinced something major was unfolding behind closed doors. Some said it was personal. Others insisted it was legal. A few believed it was connected to past drama resurfacing at the worst possible time. But without Durk speaking, the world could only guess, and guessing turned into panic real fast. Every minute brought a new rumor. Every rumor sparked a new wave of fear. And every wave of fear made the situation feel even more real, even more dangerous, even more final. The atmosphere online wasn't just tense, it was shaken. You could feel it in the comments, the theories, the desperation. Fans weren't just curious. They were worried. Deeply, one thing became crystal clear. Whatever this situation is, it's not small. It's not simple. And if even half the rumors are true, Durk may be standing on the edge of the biggest storm of his entire career. The situation began quietly, almost too quietly, with a single cryptic message dropped in the middle of the night. No explanation, no caption, no context. Just a few words that felt like a warning shot. The moment fans saw it, the internet flipped. People were screen recording, reposting, zooming in, analyzing every pixel like it was a crime scene. Group chats filled instantly. Bro, what's going on with Durk? This don't feel normal. Y'all seeing this too? And as the message spread, so did the tension. It wasn't the type of post you drop for attention. It was the type you drop when something serious is bubbling under the surface. That energy, that sudden heaviness pulled everyone in. Even people who weren't fans felt something was wrong. As minutes turned into hours, alleged insiders started chiming in. Little leaks, hints, whispers. Nothing fully confirmed. Nothing entirely clear, but everything pointing toward one direction. Something was happening behind the scenes that Durk wasn't talking about publicly. One source claimed there was unexpected pressure coming from people close to him. Another hinted at a major setback with forces outside his control. Fans held on to every word, refreshing constantly, hoping for clarity, but only getting more confusion. The silence from Durk's camp made it even worse. No manager statements. No friend comments. No calming reassurance. It was absolute quiet. The kind that makes you feel like the rumor might not be a rumor after all. By midday, the internet was running on pure speculation. Screenshots began circulating, some real, many fake, but the line between them blurred so quickly, nobody knew what to believe. One post claimed Durk was dealing with legal pressure. Another said it was personal drama resurfacing. A third insisted it was health-related. Each theory had a following. Each following had proof, and each piece of proof generated thousands of shares. It became the biggest guessing game the internet had played all year. Every influencer had an opinion. Every blog page had an update. Every fan page had a breakdown video. Rumors didn't just spread, they evolved, mutated, and multiplied like wildfire. By the end of the day, it wasn't even about whether the rumor was true. It was about how big it had become. The panic was real. The fear was loud. And the silence from Durk, the complete absolute silence, made everything feel 10 times heavier. People weren't just asking what happened. They were asking what would happen next. Was this the calm before a storm? A calculated move from Durk? Or the beginning of the end everyone feared? The internet was locked in, waiting for the next sign, the next leak, the next clue. And whether the truth was on its way or being buried deeper. One thing was clear. This situation had just begun to unfold as the rumors gained momentum. The silence on Durk's side became the biggest red flag of all. Normally, when drama hits the internet, someone from the camp jumps in to shut it down. A manager, a close friend. Even a random team member who can't resist addressing the noise. But this time, nothing. Not a whisper. Not a repost. Not even a vague motivational quote. And the longer the quiet stretched, the more people believed the situation was spiraling out of control. Fans were begging for clarity, typing paragraphs under every old post Durk had. Say something. Are you okay? We need answers. But the page stayed frozen, untouched, like he had disappeared into the shadows. That silence became its own message, and it scared everyone even more. Then came the leaks, messy, confusing, and powerful enough to shift the internet into full-blown meltdown mode. Out of nowhere, alleged voice notes surfaced, supposedly from someone close to the situation. You couldn't hear everything clearly, but the tone alone was enough to spark fear. Hurried breathing, whispered frustration. Someone warning that Durk was dealing with something heavy. A second clip began circulating minutes later. A shaky screen recording of texts that looked like part of a private conversation. The messages were blurred, cropped weirdly and out of context, but the implications were explosive. People instantly shared it everywhere, arguing over whether it was real, staged, or deliberately leaked to hide a bigger truth. Even without confirmation, the narrative took on a life of its own. By afternoon, blogs were feeding off the chaos like fuel. Each platform claimed to have the real story, even though most didn't have anything solid at all. One page said Durk was dealing with someone from his past resurfacing at the worst moment. Another insisted the feds were involved. A third hinted at internal disputes within his own circle. The wild part? Every theory felt believable because of the environment of silence surrounding him. Fans weren't choosing what to believe, they were choosing which rumor scared them the most. And as each new leak dropped, the previous one became old news, replaced instantly by something darker, something more dramatic, something more final. Social media had become a battlefield of narratives, and Durk's name was in the crossfire. Even rapper acquaintances and industry voices started reacting, some dropping cryptic messages, others posting subtle prayers, a few even unfollowing people associated with Durk, which only made everything 10 times more suspicious. People began tracking who he still followed, who he removed, who suddenly went quiet. Entire TikTok accounts were built overnight, dedicated to decoding the silence. Fans didn't just want answers anymore. They felt like they needed them. And lurking beneath every rumor was the same haunting question echoing across every app. Is something happening to Durk right now that we don't know about? As the hours passed, the online panic reached a level nobody expected, and that's when the alleged incident dropped. It wasn't confirmed, it wasn't verified, but it hit the internet like a bomb. A blurry image posted for only a few minutes before it vanished. supposedly showed a situation involving someone who looked like Durk surrounded by people who didn't look friendly. No context, no date, no source. Just a shadowy scene that instantly set off alarms everywhere. Fans froze. Blogs rushed to screenshot it, even though the image quality was terrible. People claimed they recognized the setting, the outfit, even the background faces. Whether true or not, the rumor mutated instantly that Durk had been caught in a confrontation that was way bigger than anyone realized. And once that rumor began circulating, nothing could stop it as debates exploded. Alleged witnesses started popping up online, each with their own version of the story. One person said Durk had been followed. Another claimed he was targeted. A third insisted it had been brewing for weeks and that the confrontation was inevitable. None of these accounts could be proven. But the pattern of stories, the way they lined up, the shared details made people believe something serious had occurred. Fans began compiling their own timelines, matching leaks with old interviews, cryptic posts, and previous feuds. They created theories that spiraled into full investigative threads, suggesting that Durk might have been facing pressure from multiple sides at once. The internet didn't feel like a normal social feed anymore. It felt like a crime board. Meanwhile, influencers and small rap blogs jumped into the conversation, making everything even messier. Some claimed Durk was fine, and the rumors were exaggerated. Others said this was the most dangerous situation he'd faced in years. One YouTuber even claimed a trusted insider source confirmed the incident was real, and the clip went viral instantly. Fans didn't know who to believe. Everyone had a piece of the puzzle, but nobody had the full picture. The chaos spread like wildfire, turning the entire situation into a digital tornado of fear, confusion, and adrenaline. Every new post felt like an update. Every delete felt like a clue. Every silence felt like a warning. By nighttime, the energy online had shifted into something darker. Theories got heavier. Rumors became more sinister. Fans weren't just worried anymore. They were genuinely scared. People started posting prayers for Durk, hoping he was safe, hoping he wasn't dealing with something too big to handle. Others said this might be the moment that changes everything for him. And the scariest part, Durk still hadn't posted a single word. Not one update, not one reassurance, nothing to calm the storm. And that silence, combined with the alleged incident floating everywhere online, made the question at the center of the chaos feel more real than ever. As the rumor storm grew darker, fans began noticing something unusual inside Durk's own circle, subtle changes that felt like warning signs. People he'd been close to for years suddenly went quiet. A few unfollowed him, then followed back, then unfollowed again. Others started posting strange, indirect quotes about loyalty, pressure, and betrayal. These weren't random posts, they looked like signals, like coded messages for anyone who could read between the lines. The internet jumped on every shift, treating each one like a puzzle piece. Screenshots flooded timelines, showing who removed who muted who stopped liking whose posts. The sense of unity around Durk felt like it was cracking. And fans were terrified this wasn't just online noise. It was the first sign of something breaking behind the scenes. Then came the biggest hit. An alleged insider dropped a long, cryptic message claiming that the situation Durk was facing wasn't external at all, it was internal. According to the message, someone close to him had been moving suspiciously, leaking info, stirring pressure, and possibly even setting the stage for the confrontation that had the internet panicking. The message never named names, but it didn't need to. Fans immediately started pointing fingers, analyzing old photos, dissecting interviews, comparing timelines, matching lyrics to real life. People began suspecting that Durk wasn't staying silent because he didn't care, but because he didn't know who to trust. The idea that someone from his own camp could be involved made the situation feel 10 times more dangerous. Blog pages picked it up instantly, turning it into a full digital firestorm. Some claimed this was the betrayal Durk had hinted at years ago. Others insisted this was the storm he had been preparing for. Video creators rushed to break down every detail, creating hour-long explanations with theories, timelines, and alleged connections between people in Durk's circle. The internet was no longer asking what happened. It was asking who caused it. Was it jealousy? Money? Old tension? A hidden feud that had finally erupted. Every theory made the situation feel bigger and darker than before. And yet, through all of it, Durk still said nothing. Not a post. Not a story. Not even a like. The silence felt heavy, strategic, like he was waiting for something by the end of the night. Fans realized something important. The truth hadn't come out yet. Whatever was happening behind the scenes, whatever led to the rumored confrontation, whatever pushed Durk to go completely silent, it wasn't over. Not even close. The tension online wasn't calming down. It was building. Rumors were getting more serious. Voices in his circle were growing more emotional. And the internet could feel that something big was coming. A reveal, a statement, a moment that would shake everything. Whether it would clear things up or make the situation explode even worse, nobody knew. But one thing was certain. This wasn't the end of Durk's story. It was the moment before the truth, the moment before everything breaks wide open as daylight crept over the city. The chaos online showed no signs of slowing. Fans were dissecting every minor move, every cryptic post, and every story update, searching for clues. Then came the first alleged confirmation. Snippets of a private conversation leaked online between 9T and one of his closest confidants. The conversation suggested that the situation everyone had been panicking about wasn't just rumors. It had layers, strategies, and consequences that nobody outside Durk's inner circle could fully understand. Fans immediately theorized that what they thought was the confrontation was only the tip of a much larger iceberg, a series of calculated moves designed to protect him, his crew, and his reputation. The tension hit a fever pitch as speculation reached every corner of social media. Meanwhile, reports emerged that some members of his team had been compromised. Allegedly, leaks were traced back to sources within his inner circle, people fans trusted implicitly. The revelation shook the internet. Could this have been the hidden pressure point Durk had been preparing for? Was this the test his silence had hinted at? Social media erupted in endless debates. Every tweet, post, and story was treated as potential evidence. Fans created timelines, dissected body language, and tried to map the web of loyalty and betrayal. Some theorized that the rumored confrontation was partially staged, meant to flush out the disloyal or test reactions. Others believed the stakes were higher, that this was real, dangerous, and far from over as the day unfolded. RapShock posted their exclusive breakdown, analyzing the chaos and detailing the alleged inside moves. The coverage ignited even more frenzy, giving context to rumors, leaks, and cryptic posts, according to RapShock. The alleged events weren't just about street credibility or viral drama, they were strategic maneuvers. Moves in a high-stakes game that only a few truly understood. Fans dissected every word of the coverage, linking it back to Durk's previous actions, past feuds, and cryptic social media activity. Discussions escalated on forums, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter, with fans theorizing who had orchestrated each move, what the endgame might be, and how this could affect Durk's career. The coverage made the situation feel larger than life, almost cinematic. As if every fan watching online was witnessing a real-time thriller by nightfall. The narrative was clear. Durk had survived a storm, but the tension hadn't dissipated. Loyalty had been tested, internal cracks were exposed. and rumors of retaliation, strategy, and unseen maneuvers were spreading like wildfire. RapShock's analysis highlighted the stakes. This wasn't just social media drama, it was a high-level chess game with real consequences. Fans speculated endlessly about what might happen next: statements, releases, confrontations, or surprises yet to come. One thing was certain: the saga wasn't over, and every move Durk made would be scrutinized, analyzed, and debated. The streets were buzzing, the internet was on fire, and the world was waiting. RapShock reminded fans to stay tuned because this story was far from finished. The next twist could drop at any moment, and nobody would see it coming. Yo, the chaos isn't over, and the streets aren't cooling down, and neither should you. Drop your hottest theories in the comments right now. Was this all a stunt? A test of loyalty? Or is Durk really playing chess on a whole new level? We want to hear every take, every timeline, every connection you've spotted. Smash that like button if you're living for this drama, because trust me, the next move is going to be even bigger, crazier, and more shocking than what we've already seen. Hit subscribe so you don't miss a second of updates, leaks, and exclusive breakdowns from RapShock. Turn on that notification bell because every clip, every whisper, every post matters, and the streets and internet are watching like never before. Don't blink, because in this saga, the next twist could drop at any moment. Stay locked, stay hyped, and stay ready. Hyped and stay ready.